right? You already know they're great, so I'm going to tell you how to use them and some cool information that will make your work easier and less mistakes. Anyway, here's me about 6 years ago. Maybe about 6 to 12 years.
Cheiro bom. Minha querida. Oh, linda.
Bye.